Hey everyone, here we have the MamaRoo by 4Moms. Now, as most new parents can attest, the number one thing you want with a newborn baby is sleep. So you'll do just about anything you can in order to make it happen. As a result, you'll spend a lot of time and money on useless gadgets that might just buy you a little bit of extra Z's. Now, if you follow this channel, you know that we did a review on the Fisher-Price moving bassinet as well as the Snoo, which is of course the sort of like highest tier smart bassinet that you can buy. And this one sort of fits somewhere in the middle. Now I'm gonna make this video quick because there's not a whole lot to the MamaRoo, and ultimately, I'll just go ahead and give you my answer. I don't recommend this product, but nevertheless, I'll dive into just a few details of why you may want to buy the MamaRoo, but basically why you shouldn't. Anyway, here we go. First and foremost, unpacking it is a breeze. It is basically tantamount to the Fisher-Price. This thing just kind of comes with the legs off, but otherwise in kind of one whole package, so the only thing you need to do is just pop these legs on and you're good to go. So assembly on it is a breeze. It also plugs in very easily, and while it does have an application, it does connect a lot faster than the both the Fisher-Price as well as the Snoo, and really the only thing that you can actually do is activate some of the features that it has here. It doesn't really have any smart features where it detects your baby crying, moods, or anything like that. It just sort of, you know, you can pick basically the same thing that you can on the control panel right here. Now, as far as movements are concerned, unlike the Snoo and the Fisher-Price, it does give you a few different options. You have the car ride option, kangaroo, the tree swing, rockabye, and a wave. And the app does have a feature where you can sort of like type in and punch in a few parameters and it will tell you which one and at which speed it thinks that you should do, but ultimately they're all going to be just about the same. They don't really actually do anything different. I mean, they do, the motion is different, but like the baby doesn't know. Anyway, and unlike the Snoo, which just sort of pivots on side to side, this thing just sort of has a motor underneath it. Let's just go ahead and activate one of these things. It has a motor underneath and just sort of makes the motion kind of up and down. The swing that they produce does the same thing. It's not really a swing, it's just kind of a motion tool. But overall, I think that this does the entire thing a disservice. Now, when I first bought the MamaRoo, I kind of thought that it was neat that you had a few different options on here. However, we found that the motor in here tends to be very sensitive. It will stop working at random times and also will start squeaking at random times, generally when it first starts up as well. Here's an example of what that squeaking sounds like. And yes, that squeaking can happen in the middle of the night. It's quite annoying, obviously. Much like the Fisher-Price, it does have a few different audio options. If you hit the little music note here, you've got, let's see here, you've got like white noise, you've got like a little stream, I think these are like crickets or something. And then these are some more like outdoor noises. And that's all you get. You don't get any kind of music or anything like that, and you do have a bit of a volume switch. We did find that the fidelity on it is pretty bad, although again, I don't really think the baby is an audiophile and they probably don't care. But nevertheless, the sound quality on the Snoo, and not the Fisher-Price because that had some real issues with sound, but the audio quality on the Snoo is a little bit better for its white noise feature. And of course the Snoo only plays white noise. And again, moving along into the application, it's kind of basic. There's not really a whole lot that you can do in there, and it doesn't tell you when the baby is crying or anything like that. And to be fair, 4Moms with the MamaRoo, they don't advertise that it is a smart bassinet that does anything like that. They just tell you that this can kind of help your baby sleep. And while I do think that this is made out of far more premium materials than the Fisher-Price, I just don't think that it is as effective or sophisticated as the Snoo. Now, it goes without saying that the Snoo is, again, it's the Rolls-Royce of bassinets. I mean, it will tell you when you need a cup of coffee, and it will let you know when your baby's ready to graduate college, whatever. It's pretty incredible. But it's also super overpriced, and maybe a lot of those features are kind of overkill, whereas here in the MamaRoo, it's a little bit more on the basic side. That said, we found that the control panel is a little bit frustrating to deal with. It does dim at nighttime, so it's not as super bright and kind of interrupting as the Fisher-Price is. But overall, even though it is made out of some more premium materials, we just found that it wasn't necessarily that effective. Now, obviously, mileage will vary for a lot of parents. Some babies will lull to sleep very easily with the motions, and others will not, obviously. So this is going to be one of those things that you're going to have to try to see if this is for you. In sort of an order of where I would recommend, I would say get the Snoo, but if you absolutely can't find one on sale, get a refurbished one, can't afford that, then go with the MamaRoo. I do think this is better than the Fisher-Price, even though it's not a smart bassinet, but in all honesty, I'd probably skip both this and the Fisher-Price and either A, just do my best to get the Snoo, or just kind of throw it up all together and just say forget it. You know, it's not a bad device, but it is not built all that well, and it's also not that much cheaper than the Snoo. So, yeah. That's our quick little MamaRoo in a nutshell. If you have any questions about this thing, certainly feel free to reach out to us in the comment section. There's a couple of other little quick things. This little bed thing does come out so you can wash it. Getting the actual liner on top of the little mattress is a lot easier than it is on the Snoo. It is also thicker and plusher than it is on the Snoo, so it may be like a little bit more comfortable for baby. Again, netting materials, all of this is kind of just a nice strong cotton. You can tell that there is some attention to materials here, unlike the Fisher-Price, which is just kind of some Chinese piece of crap. But anyway, yeah. That's it, yeah. So anyway, let us know if you have any questions. We will be back with another video really soon.